Eyes.
What is this?
Turn around.
Babe, this isn't a Cadillac.
I immediately don't like you.
So it's a Jeep Wagoneer. It's just as nice as a Cadillac.
You bought this.
I bought it for you.
Are you messing with me right now?
No, you said this. You wanted an SUV for the family.
I said I wanted a Cadillac. This is not a Cadillac.
I really don't like you. Seriously.
Why would you spend money on... How much was this thing?
It was.
A lot of money when you should have got a Cadillac.
This is very similar. I looked up stuff that's similar to the Cadillac.
Why would you try to surprise me with something similar when I asked you for a Cadillac?
You could sit in it and look in it, and you'll see.
I'm about to.
You'll see it's very similar.
Can you return it?
I don't think it works like that.
You're not posting this because...
It's paid for. Like it's.
I mean, it's pretty, but it's not a Cadillac. I just wanted a Cadillac. That's what I asked for. And you said we couldn't get it.
Now, I can virtually guarantee that every man who's watching this is thinking, what an ungrateful bitch. How entitled can you be? How can you be that ungrateful when your husband buys you a car? And you would be correct. However, the reason I'm sharing this video is for a different reason, because there are so many Manosphere channels that share videos like this. My favourites are The Modern King, Man Guide and Cosmic Verse. But there's Taylor the Fiend, Peace of Mind, The Wall, Replicant Fish. There's loads of great Manosphere. I like them all because they expose what modern women are like. But if that's all you do as a channel, expose what modern women are like, then what are you actually doing? You're feeding men's anger and pain at the fact that women are just insufferable now, and most men can't find a decent woman to have a decent relationship with. So all you're doing is pouring salt into the wound of the modern dating and relationship situation. I can't be bothered to do that because that doesn't help. I want to actually help. I want to help men free themselves from the pain of modern dating and relationships. So when I share something like this, I'm thinking,
what the actual fuck were you thinking?
Marrying this cunt. That's what I'm thinking. She is par for the course. That is standard. How many times do I have to say it? Modern women are pathologically immature. They never grow up. They are spoilt rotten at 4 or 5. They become rancid human beings. They become completely selfish and self-absorbed. They become completely entitled. They become beings lacking in empathy for men whatsoever, so that they're virtually sociopathic in how much they lack empathy for men. They're so self-absorbed, they never think about anything except their own feelings, which means they're also amoral. You can't have morals if the only thing that matters to you is, does it feel good or feel bad? If it feels good, then it's right and true. And if it feels bad, then it's wrong and false. That is emotional reasoning. That is thinking with your feelings. That is what all women do. And it makes women amoral. They don't have morals. They don't follow the golden rule. Men understand that to be a good person, you do unto others as you would have it done unto you. That is the basic moral framework of the Judeo-Christian world. Women don't operate on that. They operate on, does it feel good or does it feel bad? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Women are not moral. Why would you get into a long-term relationship with a being that is not moral, that will let you Do everything you can for 20 years to make them happy. Break your back working to make her happy. Be an emotional tampon. Be an emotional punch bag. Be an emotional doormat. Be a walking ATM. Be a sperm donor. Do all the things she wants you to do. And then she can just go, do you know what? I'm not happy. I want a divorce. I'm going to take half your assets. I'm going to take child support. I'm going to take alimony. And I'm going to go and jump on the cock carousel. See ya. And I'm going to poison your children against you and make them think that you're a terrible dad and that I'm leaving because you were a terrible husband. Women do that every single day because they're amoral. They are self-absorbed and solipsistic. They think with their feelings, and they are perpetual victims. They are natural-born victims who are completely irresponsible. They cannot take accountability for their choices, their behavior, their actions, so they project all of their negative choices, behavior, and actions onto a scapegoat, i.e. their husband or boyfriend. So whatever she does, she's not at fault. Whatever she does, she's not in the wrong. Whatever she does, it's your fault. This is known. So like the Dany's handmaidens in Game of Thrones. It is known. But truly, it is known. Women don't take accountability. Even when they cheat, it's your fault. And women are not loyal. This ad is for my red-pilled brothers who are awake to the fact that they live in a world that hates men, but are pleasantly surprised to hear someone say it out loud. Well, despite the fact that men are routinely demonized, denigrated, discriminated against, divorced, raped, shamed, blamed, bullied, and scapegoated for all the ills of society.
Correct. Thank you.
There is a light at the end of the tunnel because there are people who do care about the pain, suffering, and injustices suffered by men just for being men.
We don't believe you. We don't believe you.
Those people are red-pilled men who have suffered the same injustices as you, but have freed themselves from the pain that comes from unending self-sacrifice and service to a gynocentric society that uses men as tools and then discards them once they have nothing left to give. These red-pilled men have freed themselves by going their own way, the meaningful and purposeful way, the fulfilling and self-actualizing way. Click the link to learn more. Chris Brown said it best. This is all known stuff, yet men still get married. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, honestly, who is at fault here? Her for being a typical modern woman, selfish, self-absorbed, 5-year-old princess brat, which is what they all are, or him for choosing to marry a self-absorbed, selfish 5-year-old, pathologically immature brat. For me, it's him. It's his fault. We have to stop men simping.
You're goddamn right.
If you get married, unless you're, a Chad or a professional athlete who, you're that woman's first choice, in which case I totally understand it. But if you're not the woman's first choice, and if you're not her first choice, if she's in her late 20s and early 30s and you're getting married, she's ran through and you're not her first choice, you're her backup plan, you're her beta male provider, break glass in case of emergency, sperm donor. So unless you're getting married just out of high school or college to a near virgin, you can guarantee you're not her first choice. So if you're in that situation and you get married, you're a simp. It's as simple as that. Simps are the only men that marry ran through women. Simps are the only men that marry children in adults' bodies because they believe that they're in love with them. Simps are the only men that confuse the period of infatuation that nature created to make men stick with women they impregnate, where your brain is full of dopamine and serotonin and norepinephrine. Simps confuse that quote-unquote falling in love period with actual love, which is something that only develops over years of struggle and going through difficult times together, and is actually an action. Love is something you do. It's not a feeling. Simps confuse, oh, I love her, she's so beautiful and so feminine. They confuse that shit with the kind of love that would cause you to marry someone. It's absolute insanity. And I will keep making this point until I don't get any pushback. The problem with modern dating and relationships is not the women. Women are what women are. Women are subject to female nature. They have always been, because of evolutionary pressures, because of their evolutionary mating and dating strategies, have always been to manipulate and deceive a man into giving her commitment so that she can access his resources, and then controlling the man through sex, through doling out sex for good behavior, and making the man basically her indentured servant. That is how women have always been.
He's out of line, but he's right.
All that 60 years of female supremacy, aka feminism, did to that was turn it up to 11. It just amplified the worst aspects of female nature. So whereas previously women hid the fact that they saw men in the same way a parasite sees a host, now they don't even hide it. That's what we're seeing thanks to TikTok and Instagram, is that women don't even hide their nature, and haven't been hiding it as long as TikTok's been popular. I don't know how long, 5 years. So we've had 5 years of women telling on themselves, and men are still getting married. Why?
I can see what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
Anyone who watches my channel knows the answer. Because of the mother wound. Because men need to kill the little mommy's boy inside them that projects their unrequited love for their mother onto an attractive woman, and instead of seeing the woman for who she actually is, a selfish, self-absorbed, pathologically immature, entitled little cunt, he sees her as, oh, this, I can get the love I never quite got from my mother from this woman. Yeah, she's beautiful, she's perfect. So he ignores all the red flags. He ignores her selfishness, her childishness, her lack of accountability, her entitlement. All of it, he ignores. He doesn't even see it because he's so busy projecting his mother wound onto her. So, there you go. That's my view of this clip. And I hope, let me know in the comments if you appreciate the fact that, unlike all the other Manosphere channels, I actually am addressing the real problem, which is men simping for women. Women couldn't get away with 90% of the shit they get away with if it wasn't for simps. And simps aren't just OnlyFans subscribers. Simps aren't just guys who go into the DMs of girls on Instagram and puff up their ego by blowing smoke up their ass. Simps are men who get married. Men who get into long-term relationships with horrible, selfish, entitled modern women. Yeah? So we have to call a spade a spade. And if you appreciate me calling a spade and all the backlash I get from it, from men who don't want to hear the truth about themselves, who want to pretend like they're red pill when they're the biggest blue pill simps out there, then please like, comment, most importantly, comment on this video. And if you feel to share the video, that will help the video spread, because I know there are a few men out there that appreciate my content, because you do let me know in the comments, and I really appreciate that. But lots of men watch my videos and then they just drop off after 5 minutes, because I don't just say the same old things that all the other channels go. They just want to hear, they just want basically to reinforce what they already know, that modern women are, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Yeah, you know that already. Why just watch videos that keep telling you that don't teach you something that you don't already know? That's the only interest I have in making videos, is to teach you something you don't already know, to actually inform you, to actually educate you, to actually enlighten you so that you change your behavior and stop getting into relationships with women that can't reciprocate your love. That's what I want to do. I want to stop men giving women their resources, their time, their attention, their love, because they don't deserve it. And they're just going to turn around and fuck you over when they're ready to monkey branch. So I just want to stop men throwing their lives away on these pathologically immature, bratty little princesses. And if you appreciate me doing that, let me know by commenting. It's the most powerful thing you can do to help the channel, and it will encourage me to keep going, because I know that there's more than just a handful of men who get it and who appreciate how this channel is different to any other channel in the manosphere. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.